The Pacific Northwest offers so much natural beauty, blended with cool cities like Portland, Oregon, and that's where the IndyCar Series finds itself today. The season has just 2 races left, and this event has been pivotal in the past as to how the title is decided. Let's see what it has in store today between these 2 teammates to decide the 2023 title. Ready to get going. It's a Ray Hall McLaughlin front row. The BitNile.com Grand Prix of Portland, 110 laps, championship on the line, and they start a little earlier. This is a recent trend of starting in turn 12. Here we go, and Graham Rahal has been given the flexibility and permission by race control to start it when you feel it's ready to go. Dixon alongside in that bright orange and blue machine alongside Colton Herter. Where's the championship leader? He's on the inside. Rahal into turn 1. Do we get through cleanly? There's a lockup, a little bit of contact there.
2 cars going through. I think that might have been Kyle Kirkwood in the pink car going long and hitting one of the barriers, but up front they continue to race. Look at Dixon, orange and blue car, trying to sneak on Colton Herta in the black and yellow.
Around the outside, that green and black car, that's Callum Milot off a great qualifying effort up the inside of one of the McLarens into 6, side by side now. The McLaren fighting back. I think that's Rosenquist.
And Rossi up the inside there, power side by side. Look at this. Good stuff from the teammates, but the dirt flies. One of those cars is Ilott. Grosjean got airborne. Wheels slamming, cars hitting.
And the left front for Romain Grosjean is destroyed. He will have to limp back to the pits.
Kirkwood trying to make up some of that ground on Helio Castroneves. Great move through the first chicane. Will Powers off, turn 4.
Is that contact from Alexander Rossi? These guys were arguing over the same piece of track multiple times. He stalled. Power needs help, and it's a caution.
So he was trying to dive down the inside and just lost it. Too much speed, or at least defending maybe, I guess, against Alexander Rossi. And just lost the back end.
This is the first time that Graham Rahal has led the first few laps since he won Detroit Race 1 in 2017. That should be a positive sign for the Rahal Renaman Lanigan driver. Back to racing. Here we go into turn 1. Watch the teammates further back in the orange machine. Rosenquist on the inside of Rossi.
Makes that pass done. Further down a little bit side by side. That's Devlin DiFrancesco in the blue and white machine there. Joseph Newgarden right behind. The McLarens all get through well in lockstep there. Can Palou hang on to his position? He's the only primary tire runner in the top 4, surrounded by cars on those softer red sidewalled alternate tires.
We have 82 laps to go here in Portland. Here's Kyle Kirkwood, made mention of him earlier, and his incident from earlier is under review. Let's have a look at what happened. That's Augustine Canapino to the left in the black and green car for Hunko's Hollinger Racing.
Well, if there was any review, it would be for Canapino. But anytime you're trying to pass on the outside, or in this case, maybe Canapino was making a move up the inside.
Oh, this is what they're reviewing.
Oh,
Ryan Hunter-Reay.
Oh, boy. Oh, that is nasty.
That's naughty. That is naughty for sure. It's not, I think we call it the back straight, but it's not straight, as you know, T-Balance. Watch this here. The gentle fade over.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Wow.
Fuel Rosenquist back out.
And we're on borrowed time as far as seeing Felix's. There's a quick, good race off pit lane between the teammates there. And Award comes back on the inside of Felix. They almost touched.
Should have the advantage on the Reds in a couple of corners, but not if he slides off track.
They were briefly 3 wide as Ryan Hunter-Reay came swinging around the outside. Interesting, though, that Felix has gone to the primaries as Pato has gone to the alternates. That means Felix still has to run a set of Reds before this race is over, as Power now tries to line up. Award can't get it done.
Overtake. Mixture 1, overtake.
So that's the call, overtake. You want to try to get up to speed as quickly as possible on that outlap.
Don't get a blocking penalty, Alex Palou.
That was marginal.
Absolutely deserving of review. I don't care if it's Helio Castroneves, who you're not battling at the lead. That looked like a move in reaction to.
You see a drop of rain on that lens, or is that just fuel coming with the spray water coming off the back of Oh, here we
Look
go.
at Ericsson goes through. It is overcast here in Portland. There goes VK. Rinus VK. That's the difference between cold and hot tires.
I have never seen a pass on the inside right there where Rinus VK just got around that orange and white car of Graham Rahal, and now the McLaren's right on the back of McLaughlin, going to be on the outside of 7.
Now, there was a little bit of action during the break between this pink Auto Nation Honda, two-time winner this season, Kyle Kirkwood and Joseph Newgarden. Rewind the clock to lap 1, turn 1. These two guys came together here, and they do it again.
Yeah, I don't know if Kirkwood knew he was there. I mean, he had a very decisive late turn-in, but Newgarden already had position. And then this happened later, just behind Kirkwood. Marcus Ericsson side-by-side with Rinus VK.
Yeah, VK's been throwing it in left, right, and center. I mean, that one's a bit on the edge for sure, just kind of firing the 8 off, but we've seen other cars do that without penalty, left him 0 room on the exit. Kirkwood doing his best to try to keep cars behind him. Like we said, he's hitting a fuel number big time, which makes him so vulnerable at the end of these long straightaways. Rinus VK with the attack mode we've seen him in right now, he knows that the 27's trying to save fuel. This was the replay from earlier when Kyle Kirkwood was dinged for blocking. You see him pushing Hunter Ray all the way wide. That's a 170-mile-an-hour trip to the dirt there with the left rear that he held on to. But again, Kyle Kirkwood, he's still got to hit a number. As much as he wants to keep everyone behind him, he is short on fuel. He has got to stretch this tank all the way to the end of this race.
Yeah, so this could mean third potentially, or maybe even second for Pato O'Ward, who battles Dixon for a podium position. Marcus Armstrong here with a 7. Oh, no, loses the right rear.
Kevin, just when he was poised for his equal best IndyCar result, it's all gone away.
And I was going to say, he was going to go a long way towards wrapping up the Rookie of the Year championship with a race to go. He was plus 20 coming in, but he's going to lose all kinds of track position and fall way to the back.
Agustin Canapino runs 16th right now, so Armstrong more than likely will finish behind Canapino in this race. Here comes Dixon.
Oh my goodness, just when the day was going so great for Marcus Armstrong.
But he's made his last pit stop and now rides ahead of Graham Rahal. That'll be another one for Graham. Oh no, Canapino, right when his Rookie of the Year rival, Marcus Armstrong, has trouble. Canapino now.
Guys, if the yellow comes out, Felix Rosenqvist is going to be the big loser here. He has not yet pit. David Malukas, you see, dives into pit lane. They might leave it green and give Rosenqvist the chance to come in and get that stop done.
Rosenqvist is on the back straightaway as all the cars are approaching this zone where Canapino's off the track. And there's the call.
It's a fairly exposed bit of racetrack there.
Unfortunately for Felix, luckily he's able to get to pit lane before the first full course caution, but he's going to have to do 26 laps on reds to finish the race.
That'll be tough. What happened?
It's been one of
Turn
that.
10. Whoa.
Wow. Just a ton of speed in. Didn't even make the turn 10.
That had a weird look of maybe even a braking issue, perhaps.
Yeah, you could. There's a lot of fluid coming out of the gearbox or the back of the car there. Do you see that?
Oh yeah, I think something went wrong there.
What a wild ride.
Everything you got, number 6.
Yep. This is it. Remember, we told you at the top of the show there's been 7 winners this year. That means there's 20 non-winners. Rosenqvist doesn't want to be on that list. He wants to make it 8 different winners on the year. Here we go, back to green in Portland. 22 laps to go.
Marcus Armstrong in that green number 11 on the inside of Stingray Robb. His teammate Scott Dixon going with him, but because of that problem in pit lane, Armstrong's a lap down. He needs to let Dixon go by, and there he goes.
He'll let Dixon, but probably not Pato O'Ward. How aggressive does O'Ward get here? We're on board with the Arrow McLaren driver.
How about Armstrong getting taily?
Some team trickery at work here. O'Ward's going to want to try to fire it down the inside of turn 7 to clear the lap car of Armstrong. Here it goes.
Nice move.
Good clean pass. Well done, Pato O'Ward and Marcus Armstrong. Meanwhile, in the background, McLaughlin has lost a couple of positions. Ericsson's in the mix.
Don't forget how dirty the racetrack is offline right here. Too wide is sketchy. Rossi here, blue and orange car, going to make a move to the outside of the red and white of Ericsson. Ericsson, did he move?
I don't know if he did. I mean, he's kind of following the curve of the track. Alex still did have a little bit of track drivers left.
Yeah, but Ericsson, I mean, how did Rossi bounce off seemingly the left rear of Ericsson.
That could have been so bad. That could have been ugly.
Yeah, maybe. I'm going to have to see that one a few more times. That's a tough call for sure.
And it's under review by race control.
And keep in mind, if you're Rossi, as we watched the onboard, we were looking backwards. If you're Rossi, you don't want to get pushed on those marbles, so you're doing everything you can to try to hold position. Rossi reports Ericsson moved.
And look at how hard he's having to work behind the wheel of that Cambridge Honda. It is not coming easy. Trying to set up maybe. Oh, no, he's gone off.
Oh,
he's going around. No. And he stalled it.
This could bring out a call. No, he restarted it. Dumped the clutch. Bump started his race car. Lost about 5 positions in the process.
And here he is, Alex Palou, for the second time in 3 years, is an NTT IndyCar Series champion. Hello, Palou, a champion again.
Let's go, boys. Oh, my God. Let's go. Thank you. You guys are the best.
If there was ever a mic drop in IndyCar racing, we just witnessed it.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports here. If you truly enjoyed what you just watched, you can get more news, interviews, and highlights by subscribing to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube page. You can get it all, so go for it.